The Qingming Festival, also known as Tomb Sweeping Day in English, is a traditional Chinese festival observed by the Han Chinese of mainland China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Macau, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand and by the Chitty of Malaysia and Singapore. It falls on the first day of the fifth solar term of the traditional Chinese lunisolar calendar. This makes it the 15th day after the spring equinox, either 4, 5 or the 6th of April in a given year. During Qingming, Chinese families visit the tombs of their ancestors to clean the grave sites, pray to their ancestors and make ritual offerings. Offerings would typically include traditional food dishes and the burning of joss sticks and joss paper. The holiday recognizes the traditional reverence of one's ancestors in Chinese culture. The Qingming Festival has been observed by the Chinese for over 2,500 years. Although the observance has changed significantly, it became a public holiday in mainland China in 2008, where it is associated with the consumption of kangtung, green dumplings made of glutinous rice and Chinese mugwort or barley grass. In Taiwan, the public holiday was in the past observed on the 5th of April to honor the death of Chiang Kai-shek on that day in 1975. But with Chiang's popularity waning, this convention is not being observed. A confection called kozego or shuchugho, made with Jersey cudweed, is consumed there. A similar holiday is observed in the Ryukyu Islands, called Shini in the local language. The festival originated from the cold food a Hanshi festival which remembered Ji Zitui, a nobleman of the state of Jin during the spring and autumn period. Amid the Liji unrest, he followed his master Prince Chong'er in 655 BC to exile among the Di tribes and around China. Supposedly, he once even cut flesh from his own thigh to provide his lord with soup. In 636 BC, Duke Mu of Qin invaded Jin and enthroned Chong'er as its duke, where he was generous in rewarding those who had helped him in his time of need. Owing either to his own high-mindedness or to the duke's neglect, however, Ji was long passed over. He finally retired to the forest around Mount Mia with his elderly mother. The duke went to the forest in 636 BC but could not find them. He then ordered his men to set fire to the forest in order to force Ji out. When Ji and his mother were killed instead, the duke was overcome with remorse and erected a temple in his honor. The people of Shanxi subsequently revered Ji as an immortal and avoided lighting fires for as long as a month in the depths of winter, a practice so injurious to children and the elderly that the area's rulers unsuccessfully attempted to ban it for centuries. A compromise finally developed where it was restricted to 3 days around the Qingming solar term in mid-spring. The present importance of the holiday is credited to Emperor Shanzong of Tang. Wealthy citizens in China were reportedly holding too many extravagant and ostentatiously expensive ceremonies in honor of their ancestors. In AD 732, Shanzong sought to curb this practice by declaring that such respects could be formally paid only once a year. On Qingming Festival is when Chinese people traditionally visit ancestral tombs to sweep them. This tradition has been legislated by the emperors who built majestic imperial tombstones for every dynasty. For thousands of years, the Chinese imperials, nobility, peasantry, and merchants alike have gathered together to remember the lives of the departed, to visit their tombstones to perform Confucian filial piety by tomb sweeping, to visit burial grounds, graveyards or in modern urban cities, the city Columbaria, to perform groundskeeping and maintenance and to commit to pray for their ancestors in the uniquely Chinese concept of the afterlife and to offer remembrances of their ancestors to living blood relatives, their kith and kin. In some places, people believe that sweeping tomb is only allowed during this festival. They believe dead will get disturbed if sweeping on other days. The Qingming Festival commemorates the life of the departed in an elaborate set of rituals often mistranslated in the West as ancestral worship. Actually, it is a Confucian form of posthumous respect and filial piety offered to a Chinese person's ancestors, departed relatives or parents. Not all Chinese persons will pray directly to their ancestors in ancestral spirit. but almost all will observe the Qingming rituals. The young and old alike kneel down to offer prayers before tombstones of the ancestors. Offer the burning of joss in both the forms of incense sticks and silver-leafed paper. Sweep the tombs and offer food, tea, wine, chopsticks, and or libations in memory of the ancestors. Depending on the religion of the observers, some pray to a higher deity to honor their ancestors, while others may pray directly to the ancestral spirits. These rites have a long tradition in Asia, especially among the imperialty who legislated these